Okay, what I'm doing here is a quick search on all flights in the Oklahoma City region to the uh, Washington, D.C. region, and I do it by lat long, so between 34 and 36 degrees north latitude, 96 to 98 degrees west longitude, that's the Oklahoma City region, to D.C., 38 to 40 degrees latitude, and 76 to 78 degrees west latitude, and I'm doing it over a 2-month period. Which is the database that we have active right now. When I visualize these points as it gets ready to crank out, you will see that it's going through 2 months worth of data right now, and even with a low bandwidth I was able to get a pretty quick response on all this. You can see that the flights going between Oklahoma City region and the DC area are highly varied. Lots of flights emanating from Oklahoma City and others a little farther south in Ardmore. The destinations are also varied into the DC area. For example, if I color code by arriving airport, as it gets ready to color code, we can see that the vast majority of flights from the between the two regions go into BWI on Southwest Airlines and IAD Washington Dulles on various other airlines, as well as GA. You can see that there are a number of other arrival areas, including Manassas, Virginia, Andrews Air Force Base, and some other Gaithersburg, Virginia, others in the region. What you notice here is that there are no arrivals into DCA, so I don't see any Dulles arrivals, at least on published flights. There might be some block tail numbers going in there, but tends to be not that many flights. Flights going into Dulles, you can see, are highly varied in their routing systems, where going into BWI is a lot more consistent. We can see the the departing airport as well, and you will see, and please be in mind I'm doing this in a place with very slow internet connection. The vast majority of flights are going out of Oklahoma City, but then you have others going out of Oklahoma University, going out of Wiley Post, and then Tinker Air Force Base, and then a couple of airports in the Ardmore region, a little farther south. If we can even break that up into the carriers, okay, you will see that Southwest Airlines dominates the Oklahoma City to Baltimore market, and then flights going into Dulles are mostly SkyWest, an American Airlines subsidiary or regional, and it looks like EJA in blue makes up a fairly small percentage. It's kind of buried under here, but what I do see is that the EJA flights are much more direct, and the EJA flights themselves are going more into Dulles than BWI, and I can do a separate search on that as well. So there's a lot that we can illustrate here. What's nice to see is the time of day. So if I kind of do just a little orientation here, this is by time of day. You can see morning flights going into BWI, and then towards the afternoon are more of the flights that go into the Washington region, and that makes a lot of sense to me as well. So that's one example of how we can use the Deviate tool to really get a better understanding of the traffic between, say, Oklahoma City and Washington, D.C.